Welcome back, folks. I would like to put together certain events and certain things together if you're clever enough to connect the dots. There are some out there who are awake, and most out there are just bloody sheep. Well, as we heard from Zelensky or the Crown of Kiev yesterday or the day before, don't remember when he said this speech, was in a week or so, this week, and he said, US sons and daughters will have to fight the battle in Ukraine against the Russians. A very disturbing statement, he said. If American citizens are called up to fight this war, it will be the fall of the Biden administration, technically speaking. And I don't think American citizens will be willing to fight this war because they've got their own problems, their own turf. We've got ecological problems, social and economical collapse on the horizon, and a fear of a nuclear war. Then we've got Stoltenberg and a representative of Ukraine, a lady, I don't know her name is, and it says, Ukraine joining NATO. I did mention personally video about this. Technically, Ukraine hasn't got the grounds to join NATO. It was just a provocation of the Russians. In this case, the Russians will go full force into Ukraine. They're going to have to conquer all of it, because you can't have NATO expanding towards east. You practically have NATO nukes on the doorstep, which is only a stone throw away from major Russian cities. And other countries who are joining NATO, now do they take into account the will of their population? Because there's many protests around Europe and was in America and in Australia against the war. And the fact most Western countries have increased their military budgets, and even Japan as well, strangely enough, and the introduction of military service for their citizens. Strange enough, this arky-blarky thing in Ukraine, and they talk about increased spending on military and the possibility people being drafted by law. We've got the Russians moving around their Iskan mobile missile systems. I don't think NATO will be too happy. They come totally berserk, because with the treaty you had to communicate this. It's probably explain why the Doomsday plane, which controls all NATO submarines, American submarines throughout the world, in case of a war, has landed in Iceland. Things are not looking too good for us.